Evening, my dear viewers. Today, I would like to give a small reflection about a poem which is coming in class 9. No men are foreign. From this poem, you will come to know certain important points. But here, I would like to uh, refer to a point which is not mentioned by others. This particular point which I am planning to share with you, especially with the class 9 students, will be useful to students who are very reflective and engaged fully in thinking and reflecting, and they can write on their own if they really listen to this particular type of reflection. So the poet here is James. He starts the poem with remember, the word remember. From the word remember, something is very, very significant. What is that? We always say, remember what you have said, remember this, remember that. When we use the word remember, it simply means we have forgotten something. That is why there is a call to remember. So what is that we have forgotten? So we need to find out what is forgotten from our memory, and that is called remembering. So when we recall back, we will find that something we have forgotten. That is why the poet has very clearly mentioned about, at the beginning of the poem itself, the word remember and given a comma there. So what is that we have forgotten? We have forgotten that no men are strangers and no country is foreign. So this important phrase or this important aspect of our life we have forgotten. The poet has reflected a lot about this, and he has come to a conclusion at the beginning of the poem itself in 2 lines. That means, so one thing is calling to the students or telling them, remember. What is that you have to remember? That we are all humans and we are no foreign countries. We are all human, and humanity is above everything. That means to say, beneath all uniforms, there is a humanity, and humanity is real. Reality lies in humanity, not in appearance. So all uniforms are appearances only. As we know, appearance is deceptive. So they will disappear and go. But when they disappear and go, what remains with us is humanity, humanness. That is the quality, that is the nature of humanity. So students must be able to understand that when poet calls for remembering something, poet is trying to make the students aware of something that we have forgotten. We have forgotten. Why? Because we have created a kind of walls between, among, and of many types of walls we have created, and we don't easily know what we are doing, because of which we have segregation, we have division, and we don't know that the other person is a human or not, and we don't even think that the other person can be equal with me or with others. So like this, there are so many problems that have come across and destroyed the humanity. So what is important here? Humanity. That is why poet very clearly calls remember. When he says remember and says no men are strange and no country is foreign, beneath all uniforms there lies one important reality, that is humanity. So students must know that humanity is real. Beyond that there is nothing to reflect, and we must know that all the uniforms, which means it is the name, it is the name plate for everyone. One is coming from that country, one is coming from this country, and one is coming from this side, one is coming from that side. We may have that kind of a attitude in our mind. Poet is asking us to remove all this kind of a mindset and have an open mindset, so that we can easily find that no men are foreign. When we say no men are foreign, it is equally to say that we are all equals. We are all having same humanity. We are all sharing the same reality. So humanity is real, and the appearances are the uniforms are actually the appearances, which means to say it will disappear and it will not be static. So students who are going through this particular poem must know that humanity is the only reality here in our world, and we need to love. We need to make people equal. How can we make people equal? I feel we can make people equal with two things. One is charity, the other one is generosity. If we can share our generosity and our charity with one another, we can make people equal. Meaning to say that we share from what we have, and they also will have a equal status with their basic needs. We are not equal in every status, but at least we can make people equal with every status, the basic status or basic needs. They are fooding, sheltering, and clothing. These three needs are important for human beings. So we can make them equal under this aspect. And the poet makes one more phrase here, that is single body breathes. A very interesting phrase is given by the poet, single body. So when he says it is a single body, it refers to the humanity, which is one with everyone, humanness. So we need to think that a single body breathes. So why we should make differences? Why we should make discrimination? Why we should create segregation? We should all try to share our generosity and our charity with one another. Then we will never be able to call them strangers or foreigners. So remember, a single body breathes is a very, very important point. That is humanity. If you love humanity, you love God. That is the concept. A person may be from another state or another country, but they have also the same, they also breathe the same air and the water and the sun, they get the same thing. So what is the difference? So the poet is very, very strong in emphasizing on humanity, love for humanity, and that which is breathing in us, breathing in everyone, and that is common to all. So poet is very, very strong and determined to pinpoint that humanity is a very, very important concept in our day-to-day life. Look at their hands. The poet is telling like this. You see, their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, which means to say, if I look at my palm and if I look at their palm, we can read the same type of lines and same type of work that we are doing. The poet is giving a lot of comparison to make us aware that we are not different from others. Again he says about, remember, they have eyes like ours, that wake or sleep. Very interesting. They are not different beings. That when we sleep they are awake, and when they are awake we sleep. That type of eyes are not there. But it is the same type of eyes that wake or sleep. Very interesting. And the strength that can be won, okay, or by love, means the same strength. They are also having the strength. We are also having the strength. And therefore, we cannot blame each other. And therefore, a call to remember humanity as a single common reality. So, my dear friends, when we believe that humanity is the only single body reality that breathes, if we tell somebody else to hate or to show partiality, it is to ourselves we are doing. So we should prevent telling to others, hate others, betray others, condemn others. We should think that if we say, it is to ourselves we are going to tell, because we are all sharing the same humanity. Humanity is one, and that humanness is one. So when we say to someone else, hate that fellow, it is to ourselves we are telling, hate ourselves. When we tell someone else to love them, it is to ourselves we are telling, love your own nature. So everything happens on earth, and our earth is human earth, and that is what the poet says. So we need not to say that someone is having high position or low position and then they have a different reality. It is not like that. Since we are all on this earth, the earth is common and our humanity is common, my dear friends. And there is one more point that poet gives in the last two lines. No men are foreigners, no country is strange. We should not call anyone foreigners. We should not call any country strange, because we are all human. Human beings as we are, we need to adjust. We need to see that person is a human, this person is a human, and there is no much difference in any one of us. So, dear students, you must learn to accept humanity and give importance to and significance to humanity, the word humanity, and that single body breathes in us is human being, and you need to give importance to this point while you are going through this poem. Thank you. Have a nice day.